Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Wednesday, 10:08 a.m. here on the Indian time zone. Again, I'm still in India. I should be back this coming Sunday, so I'll be back in the U.S. time zone, recording more frequently, putting out more trades more frequently, and more information more frequently. All right. But as per my analysis yesterday or 2 days ago, I can't remember exactly when I did it. Our short is actually going perfectly well. Remember, our entry point was right up here in this block right here around 75.25. And I also made my video, I think, when this price was just breaking down right here. So if you caught that free video on YouTube a couple days ago, you basically rode this all the way down, and now you're sitting at a pretty heavy profit around 72.07, which is about a $225 move. Okay, so kudos to you if you're still holding your short. Even the target profit first marker was actually hit pretty spot on, 71.70. My actually target marker was around 7,200, which you've now gotten multiple attempts on, as you can see right here, right? So, I am still short. Okay, the big sort of breaker, this, if you look at this gold line right here, that's a pretty important gold line that stretches back way back here in the end of November. A touch right here, touch right there, another touch, 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 and then this becomes support, kind of hovers around it, and then support right here, breaks through, makes it resistance, and now breaks through again. Okay? So for the most part, we're fairly confident that price is breaking down and ready to break down even further. Okay? Now let's look at the 4-hour time frame and let's see exactly what we're seeing right now. All right. So I drew these trend lines right here, and I mentioned that just in case we're supposed to bounce off these trend lines, it is possible that we could potentially go like this. Excuse my alarm, by the way. Go like this and go like this, and this did look like a head and shoulders kind of, but it wasn't really a head and shoulders. It was. So it could have bounced off like that, all right, but it didn't, right? So not only did it not bounce off this trend line, but it did not bounce off this trend line right here, okay? So we're looking to break down further, all right? That's all I can really say for now. And if you notice this black marker right here around 71.50, all right, if we make it a range of 71.50 to about $7,200, we keep hammering on this area over and over again. We hit it once right there, twice right there. We're coming down to it a third time again, right? So this third time around, it is very possible that we might break this thing finally to the downside and start hitting those, target markers of $6,900, $6,600 or lower, okay? Let's see where the 4-hour time frame is. Again, this was a big sort of rejection for me to watch. I had said this many times to my Advantage members. Again, if you're not part of the Cryptosomniac Advantage membership, folks, come join. It is fantastic. I know I've been on vacation for the last couple of weeks, but once I'm back, I'm ready to slay this market because there's so much money to be made, and it's so easy in terms of technicals. I see people just sort of making mistakes and wasting their money, and I'm really excited to get back and sort of teach people how to trade off simple technicals that don't require you to go 75 or 100x leverage or risk a lot of money or a lot of your time and energy, okay, and to be able to make good gains in this market. Obviously, it won't be financial advice, but it's good advice that you can utilize and see if it works for you. I mean, it clearly works for us, right? We're making some great gains in this market for the last couple months, as you can see right there, right? Every single one of these people who have seen these gains, right? They're a testament to our community, and they're also a testament to the kind of group that we run, which is a no bullshit, no BS kind of technicals. We don't sort of throw out FOMO calls. We don't throw out, hey, I'm going all in or 100x or this or that. We're just a great group of people who like to share knowledge, share information, and we really love trading off technicals because that is our forte in this group, okay? So anyway, 4-hour chart, you could see a clear rejection off the December monthly open, which I've been looking forward to multiple attempts right here, and this sell-off was almost perfect. All right, this is why this candle right here for me, this candle right here for me was the perfect candle to short, because I saw, two candles stretching away from this December monthly open, and I figured, you know what, we've already created this first top right here, right? Then we're going for this other top right here, and so the sell-off should start right here. And once I saw this wick coming up, as soon as I started to see this wick come down, I just started shorting. Unfortunately, I was actually already in a short. I actually got stopped out just above the December monthly open, or actually just above this high right here. And then I re-entered a short because I could not pass up the opportunity of a strong rejection candle like this. And so now we're in, we're sitting in heavy profits. Okay. Let's see here. Let me show you guys again. I am still of the opinion that we are still in an overwhelming bear market. I have not changed my bearish bias. All right. I don't really see anything here other than, you can see this rounding movement, big short squeeze, and then boom, sell off, right? I don't see why this is sort of a, potential redemption of the bulls trying to push the prices up, failed, and then another big sell off, right? I don't see why this right here can't happen again. I'm not saying like a fractal. I'm just saying that why can't these two candles be sort of the abnormalities in this larger trend that we're seeing, right? They're not, rather not abnormalities. I would just call them, two random bullish candles that aren't going to change the trend. Okay, that's the simplest way to look at it. All right. I still do believe that the average cost of mining, which is somewhere around, I think someone calculated the other day, around $4,000 to $4,700 or something. I still do believe that this $5,000 to $5,500 target will be hit, and this 200 weekly moving average will be hit right around that same time. That should meet price somewhere around $5,100, $5,200 in the coming weeks. And remember, last year in 2018, the average cost of mining was around $2,800 or $2,700, and notice price bounce a couple $100 right before that, meeting that 200 weekly moving average, and pretty devastating fallout, right? Something that people did not expect. And I think this is going to be the same case right here on the weekly chart. I really don't think that the capitulation has set in yet, because I still do find people, basically trying to call the bottom right here. I mean, listen, it's very possible. I could totally be wrong, and this could be the bottom, and you could be actually getting a steal for a price of buying BTC at $7,200. But is it reasonable, and is it technically sound? Definitely not, right? I mean, unless you see a weekly higher low being printed like this one right here, and you see price bouncing off some critical technicals levels that, like this consolidation period right here, 5,000, 5,500. Is there anything in here why price should just start moving from right here? Not really, right? I mean, there's literally nothing in here. You could find me something, let me know, I could be wrong. But the big moving average, remember, is the 200 weekly moving average, right? And a big weekly consolidation period is right here around 5,000 to 5,400. So if this hasn't been touched in terms of price right here, and this hasn't been touched in terms of price, which are two of the biggest sort of markers that tell us that this is a potential area that price could bounce, and then the capitulation hasn't even opened up for the hash ribbons. So then what makes us think that we're done here, right? I mean, this is a question you might want to ask yourself if you're sort of, being bullish or going long, etc., right? It's very possible that, I could be wrong and we could go like this, and then next couple weeks go something like this, and then we create a higher low, and then a higher high, and that's fine. I don't mind paying, 8,000, 8,500 for BTC, because if we're truly supposed to start a bull run, we're going to go like this, like this, like this, and we're going to start taking off towards 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 anyway. So does it matter if I got in at 7,200 versus 8,500? To me, not really, right? But what does matter to me is once we've cemented this high, this lower high, this lower high, and then this low, this lower low, and this lower low, the trend is pretty clear, right? The trend is already telling you what you maybe don't want to hear, which is that we are going down, okay? And we have not stopped going down. The only way you can sort of identify we've stopped going down is when you see something like this, a clear higher low on a weekly structure where there is a clear balance off some strong technical markers like this 200 weekly moving average, okay? And also this hash ribbon right here that gave you sort of that green signal of, hey, miner capitulation has pretty much ended. The cost of mining has gotten a little bit better. The profit making has gotten a little bit better for miners. And this may be, on the time to consider buying, right? So I don't mind buying up here if we're supposed to actually bounce back up. I highly doubt that we're going to sort of go up like this and then just start a bull run with a parabolic move, right? So anyway, so those are the things I'm looking at. Stoch RSI on the 4-hour has bottomed. So maybe give it a couple hours more. It could just kind of move up a little bit and then come back crashing down again. 4-hour MACD has curled down as well. Let's see how the daily is looking. Okay, daily Stoch RSI has a lot of room to go. Okay, and not only does it have a lot of room to go, remember once it starts hitting this oversold level down here, it could just float sideways, for days. You can see right here, it floated down in the oversold for almost 10 days. Okay, that's why I'm saying, we're fairly, far from sort of that major capitulation, in my opinion. Okay. I think that's pretty much it. I don't really see anything else. I mean, MACD has made that bull cross on the daily, so that is a pretty positive sign, for the bulls, right? But again, it's still sort of under the histogram, right? And the histogram could tick down again. So we'll wait and see how that plays out, right? I think that's pretty much it. I think I covered everything. So again, I'm still short. I still maintain my bearish bias. I'm sitting in pretty heavy profits. I'll probably move my stop down at some point. But for now, I'm pretty happy with where it is. I'm okay to get stopped out in profit if price somehow moves back up. This will at least give me a better opportunity to short again. But yeah, things are going pretty well in our short. And if you're in the short with us and you are looking for these target markers around 6,900, 6,750, and then 6,600, good luck to you. And I'll talk to you all soon, and come join Cryptosomniac Advantage or click the Discord link in the YouTube description below. All right, cheers and have a great day.